Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 3-2 Brew. We are here with something a little bit special today. This is going to be a video about a new format that is put together by, I believe, a couple people from the pre-modern community. The person who I got into contact with was FPauls, who I will be linking a video where he explains this format a bit more in depth, but this is pre-fire modern. So there is a Google document, and I'll link both the Discord and FPaul's video in the information down below. There's a bunch of info on what this format is attempting to do. This is essentially classic modern, to my knowledge. They're trying to unban a lot of cards in modern that are banned, but also eliminate the fire concept of design, which started around the time of war. So Birthing Pod and Faithless Looting, Splinter Twin, a lot of stuff that is legal, but a lot of stuff that isn't legal. And there's also a watch list that's going to be here. The watch list is very, very interesting. You know, they don't really know where stuff's going to land in the format, if it's good or if it's bad. There's a ton of stuff here, a lot of stuff that's been unbanned that seems to be very, very fun to play with. So I'll link everything down below so everybody knows. To be entirely honest, I've never played Modern in this regard. I've played one Friday Night Magic of Modern. I played, Boros Burn. But I started playing Magic the Gathering for real around 2019. So I started just about the time, I believe, that Eldraine came out was when I bought my first booster box. And I actually bought a box of Core 20. So since then, I have been going very, very hard. It was a lot of kitchen table to start. My group started with playing kitchen table 60 card 4-player. It was during the pandemic, so we were all playing online with really, really janky setups. We were actually using, I believe, Google Rooms or Google Meet to set up, and there was like a plug-in life tracker. It was very interesting. Quickly evolved to Brawl, and we were hating on EDH a lot, and then we gave EDH a shot, and we're kind of stuck there for a long time. So we played EDH for a long time. I ran a league. They're running a league currently. Actually, the day I'm recording this is the night that there's going to be a league night. So I'm not with them anymore. I'm in a different state, so I still help manage it. But I'll also link our website where I update people, and my friend writes up articles, and I do some editing and whatnot. But yeah, we play a lot of 4-player EDH, and then I started up a Pioneer League that only ran for about a quarter and a half before I had to drop it. I like Pioneer. It was very, very cool. I have become disheartened with Pioneer since the addition of a lot of universes beyond, and just the power creep in general throughout a lot of Magic the Gathering is disappointing. I really enjoy pre-modern because there's very powerful interactions. Like, you can essentially win on turn 2 with Stifle Naught and stuff like that, and games do close relatively quick, but you can stall. There's not incredible card advantage across all colors. It's a more even color pie, and I really enjoy fetching for basics instead of shock lands. This is obviously modern, so you have shock lands and you have fetch lands, which are crucial and backbone, and that's cool, but you eliminate a lot of the junk that came during the fire period that we're kind of sitting in now, even outside of Universes Beyond. T3 Fairy, Oko, 4-mana Omnath, just a couple cards real off the top of my head, Once Upon a Time, that just becomes a completely different game. I love a lot of those cards. I love me a Bone Crusher Giant. I love me a Love Struck Beast. There's a lot of really cool cards that have been printed into, Pioneer or Modern. And before I found this format, I was actually thinking about starting up a format called Trailblazer, which was pre-fire Pioneer. But I was watching a video on Red-Green Ponza, Sorcery Ponza, that was really, really cool, from FPauls, and I wanted to look at the list, so I went onto his Mox field, and I saw this pre-Fire Modern pop up, and what do you know? I talked to him about it. There's a Discord. I joined it. I'm very excited to be trying this format out, is what I'm trying to get to. This is a deck that I copy and pasted in. I do not know the author. I will find it, though. It's from MTG Top 8. It is from a 2018 Modern list. So I was between playing Red Prison and a Ponza scheme. I personally really, really like Ponza. So I played red Ponza in my previous pre-modern league and got cooked. I have a mono green Ponza, Terra Ponza coming through in paper for my paper tournaments. And I wanted to give a red green Ponza list a run here. This list is really, really interesting to me. Playing Chandra, Torture Defiance, absolute love for this card. This came in the mono red starter deck from the Pioneer starter deck. This card's sick. I love the fact that this card's gonna be played. You're gonna see me kind of gushing over a lot of cards that are played throughout this format that I never play with, but I think they're super rad. You never see them played anywhere else, but maybe like EDH or something. So top end here, this card's awesome. I absolutely love the way that this play pattern is. A double plus for 4 mana. This is a very powerful card. I believe it's gonna be powerful with even the context of the format. Arbor Elf, this is going to be a little combo action with our Utopia Sprawls. So Utopia Sprawl is a lot of the backbone of this deck. It's Enchants of Forest, enters, choose a color. Forest is tapped for mana, it adds 1 additional mana to the chosen color. Arbor Elf is able to combo with this. You know, you drop a turn 1 Arbor Elf, and then turn 2, you drop a Utopia Sprawl, untap that land, and then boom, you have 3 mana with a spell already cast. It's very, very unique. This is not super unique to this format. I guess I should say it's not very, very unique. It's very, very fun. It's a really cool way to ramp, in my opinion. I like having an interactive ramp like this. There's also 2 bops in this list. This is just classic staple, Bolt the Bird. Corsair Crewfix scene run. This card I've never seen in my life, you know, outside of watching older videos, played outside of Commander. So being able to rip a Lucy of a Corsair Crewfix is super rad. Tireless Tracker, card I've never played with, but I've tried to build so many Pioneer decks with. I, for the longest time, wanted to play the Rock and Pioneer and just couldn't find a good list that would be somewhat competitive. This card was a big key of it. In that format, it's DRS, Deathrite Shaman, that I wouldn't have as a backbone, but that's that's banned in this format because of fetch lands and whatnot. But I love Tireless Tracker. I think it's awesome. I think it's a fantastic rate and a fantastic power level. Bloodbraid Elf. This one's classic. This is going to be a deck that loves to get a Bloodbraid Elf out because you can toss it into some of our sorceries, hits Blood Moon, Utopia Sprawl, etc. This is a classic Jund card. So Pia and Kirin Nalar. Now, I've seen this card in bulk bins a lot, but I've never actually played it. In my just playtest of goldfishing on here, I haven't actually played a match yet. This card seems super cracked and a really good rate. Bringing additional bodies and being able to slam in with a somewhat big mana deck like this is just awesome. Storm Breath Dragon. I had seen this before. I believe this popped up in like a random 1 or 2 list of Pioneer and like a top 8 every once in a while. This is a Theros card, OG Theros, with Flying, Haste, Protection from White for 5 mana, 4/4, 7 mana for Monstrosity 3. This card is cracked. It has some more text on it. I think it's awesome. Would I rather play a Glorybringer? I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. This is really cool, but I don't know if Glorybringer is better or not. So I'm thinking about that. And then top end, Inferno Titan. Getting to play any of the Titan Wraths in a somewhat competitive 60-card format is just absolutely mind-boggling to me. So I love it. For sorceries, we only got 6. We got 4 Stone Rain and 2 Molten Rain. These are Stone Rain's classic, and I believe Molten is a classic modern land destruction card. These are great hits off of Bloodbraid Elf. I love resource and denial and whatnot. You are gonna, I don't know how these are gonna play out in the format, to be entirely honest, but I'm very excited. The Blood Moon is another form of resource denial. Very classic card. Got some really awesome, hopefully interactions we can get with it. I love the concept of Red Prison and Moon decks, so I'm excited to play this card for the first time ever, in all honesty. We do have 4 bolts, just instant speed. It's not a bad hit off the Bloodbraid Elf, but 1 mana bolt, you know how it is. 21 lands in this deck then. 7 are basic, forest, 1 is a mountain, and then we have a 4 fetch suite of Wooded Foothills and Windswept Heath. Part of the reason why I chose this deck is because I already had the Wooded Foothills and I wanted to build the Windswept Heath. They were going to be bought for my Terrageddon deck or Terravore deck. So I wanted to pick them up anyway. I've seen some lists running different, like one of Misty Rainforest and stuff, probably get around Pithing Needle. But there's also 4 Stomping Grounds, but the real winner here is Kessig Wolfrun, which is a card that I have had completely whip my butt a couple times. I play against this. My friend has an Ultron of Earl, and he runs Kessig Wolfrun in there, and I play with that deck a couple times, and I've hit the 5 colorless mana sources in that deck, and one of them is Kessig Wolfrun, and it feels bad. Sideboard is Relica Progenitus, which is a classic. 2 of them, 2 of Brave, 1 Ancient Grudge. So you got a 2-piece here of the split for straight up hate on artifacts. Scavenging Ooze with some graveyard hate to be tied along Relica Progenitus. Anger of the Gods, which I assume is to help with aggro. Kitchen Finks, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't fully know when this card should come in and when this card shouldn't. And then Trinisphere, which 3-ball is just one of my faves. Never get to play with it, and I'm really glad I can. I'm going to add a disclaimer to this. I've never played with a lot of these cards, and I'm extremely excited about it. So there's going to be some terrible play patterns. I'm probably going to go against notorious archetypes and have zero clue how to board or deal with them. I will discuss my logic and concept behind them, but I can't promise that these games are going to be super tight or super clean. But I'm really excited to get into it, and let's head on over to the match. Hello, everyone. And here we are into the first round of the... or not first round, but I guess first game. No lander. It's my first game into this format, and I'm very excited about it. This is not the best hand, but I will keep it, and I'm going to bottom a Storm Breath Dragon. I'm excited to see how this one plays out. Ooh, Darksteel Citadel. I'm going to just go on ahead and guess that this is probably Infinity. Not 100% sure, though, to be honest. So, oop, Ghost Quarter is going to be nasty against me. That's no fun. I'm real bummed about that one. No good to see that. Yes, I will take care of that ability. Oop, I grabbed a mountain by accident. I completely misclicked. I was just playing red Ponza and did not think that one through in the slightest. So that one's on me. What's this do? Put it to one target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library, draw a card. Okay. Pass this on through. That's my fault grabbing the mountain. I might lose because of that. I only have a single basic mountain in this deck. I literally saw it and instantly thought, hey, I'm playing mono red Ponza. And unfortunately, I am not. So only 21 lands in this deck. Not a great re-hit chance. So it's going to be a little bit ugly. I wouldn't mind being able to get this Blood Moon down, but don't know if I'm going to be able to. So it's no biggie. We'll keep passing it through. If we get where we want to get to, then we'll get there. But we have a ton of sources for green in this deck. We're not hitting them. we're about to draw our play set of Blood Moons. Again, though, you know, these mistakes are going to happen. It's my first time playing this deck, so I'm excited. If I can get the Utopia to sprawl down, I have Blood Moons. I got a Stone Rain. I have a Bloodbraid Elf. They found another Ghost Quarter. I actually hope they Ghost Quarter me. Funny enough, I would ask them to please Ghost Quarter me. I would love to have Ghost Quarter onto a Kessig Wolfrun and call it a day, but I kind of doubt they're going to do that. Thoughtcast. Super sick. Great art on Thoughtcast. We need to talk about that more. I'm a huge fan of Thoughtcast. Chromatic Sphere. Very nice. Let me get a green source off the top here. That way I can get some action go. Gosh darn it. Okay. Looks like Moon's going in the bin. You know, that's on me. Ain't nothing I can do about it. This list is copy and pasted. Obviously, this came from, I believe, a top 8 at an old SCG from 2018. If I was that player, I probably know how to play this deck better than I currently do. So it's a bit of a bummer, but I grabbed the red when I should have grabbed the green, and that's on me. So Chromatic Sphere going through for a black. We got a little Thoughtseize. Disciple the Vault. Put into a graveyard from battlefield. You may have a target opponent lose 1 life. That's going to be a mess with these 2 Conjurer baubles. Not excited about that one. Sacrifice. Choose each of the land you control becomes that type until end of turn. That's a really cool anti-Blood Moon card. Wow. That's really, really cool. Because they become basic mountains, right? Or no, they don't even need to be basic mounts. There we go. Windswept Heath. Fetch this. Go and grab a forest. And let's just run out. You know what? Yeah, I'll run out of Blood Moon. We're on 2 basics. I'll run a Blood Moon out. We have double Stone Rain set up. We have Tireless Tracker. I'll probably Tireless Tracker if I can find another land. If not, I might just Stone Rain. This loses Indestructible. Might just Stone Rain their Darksteel Citadel. We're chipping in for 1. It's a nice setup here. I believe we're against Mono Blue. I believe Preordained's banned in Modern, or was banned during this period. This has a ban list of, I believe, 2018 or 2019. It's a pre-war ban list. I'm pretty sure Preordained was on that, and it got taken off for this, so pretty cool to see, in my opinion. This Elsewhere Flask is really cool. Cool art on it, too, man. I love playing this format so far from like the videos I've watched and everything, because you just see art that I've never, ever seen before, and I think that's just fantastic. Like, cards I have 0 exposure to and everything. It's awesome. So... all right, Conjurer's Bauble. So they got 4 damage on board with me right here. Another forest. Oh, stupid. You know what, though? It really wasn't. So what I'm about to do is I'm going to run out this Bloodbraid Elf. Hopefully cascade into something good. Courser Crewfix. I'm going to get in for 3. Start the beat train. Stomping Ground on top. We're never mad about that. I wouldn't mind starting to get the Stone Rains together here next turn. If I could get a Utopia Sprawl down, I think I'd be a happy man. Yeah, I can lose a life. Putting Thoughtcast in the bottom of their library. They're drawing a card. I don't know what they're doing, but I think it's super rad. If I'm going to be entirely honest, everyone, I think it's awesome to see this type of action going on. I don't know if I were to lock them out of blue, what that would do to their game plan. I really don't. So I'm not even going to give it a shot. Elsewhere Flask, let's see what they're going for here. I'm interested to see. They're going to make everything an island. I have no clue how this type of deck works. I don't even know what kind of deck this is. This is not Infinity. So I don't know what kind of action we got going on over there. I'm excited to see how they win, if there's like a combo win or what they do. I'm intrigued, to say the least. Word of Invention for a Lotus Bloom. Okay. What's that do then? I mean, obviously it's 3 mana, which is fantastic. Is there a way to recur it from the graveyard? Okay. So you got 3 white in the pool here. There's a ton of combos, like Splinter Twins unbanned in this format. I assume this isn't a Splinter Twin deck. But I don't know how Splinter Twin even wins. If I'm going to be real and honest with you. So there's someone has a lot more knowledge than I on this, but a Lightning Bolt wouldn't hurt to get this Disciple of the Vault off the field. They got a blue here. They got 4 mana. Is Paradoxical Outcome a thing? I guess you could have a PO deck, couldn't you? Because that was PO in... Oh. Oh, Fate's Reward. Return to the battlefield all permanent cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. Well, that's rad. So they draw their whole deck. Not 100% sure how that works, but they got their bloom back, which is a really cool, that's a sweet interaction in general. Open the vaults, return all artifacts and enchantment and graveyards from the battlefield. Oh, that's sick. Okay, let me go. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Put a Utopia Sprawl here. We'll name green. And one for a tireless tracker. Stomping Ground comes in. I gain a life. I get a clue token. Pia and Kieran Nalar. Very excited about that. Oop, forgot I gotta stack the triggers. Clue token to clear the top of my library whenever I need to. They got tons of mana over there, so they can kind of just like pop off and do whatever they want. They probably don't care as much about Blood Moon, but I'm gonna keep it rocking. I'm gonna bang in for a cool 5 here, see where we can get with this. And click OK. On to their turn. They're down to 12. They're not super low by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't know. Again, my biggest like question mark with this is how does this deck win? They draw a ton of cards with these Conjurer's Baubles, which is really cool. Can I auto yield to this trigger? So I guess this is going to be a whir here. Okay, Whir of Invention. What do you go and grab? Another Lotus Bloom. Okay. Chromatic Star. Okay. These decks are cool because, like, I don't know, obviously in Modern nowadays, you can't deal with it. But because the 4-mana Karn just shuts down everything that this deck's trying to do, which sucks. I guess this is like Word Disciple or something. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to crack my clue and F6 and let the opponent do their thing. Do that. Oh, cool. It pings me on that too. That's nasty. And I'm just going to F6 through this. Let them do their thing. I'm going to filter with Star, I assume. Yeah. Does F6 still work? Okay, it does. Very nice. The Darksteel Citadel. I don't know if Blood Moon's good against this deck, in all honesty. Ooh, a second Vault. That's a problem. Oh, nice. Did they always give you a little symbol at the bottom left for yielding to triggers? I don't remember that. I really don't. Okay. So they got 3 white in the pool. Open the vaults. Okay. GG's. They're going to be able to burn me out there, which is very cool to see. Begin sideboarding here. Relic is going to be big. Scooz is going to be big. They obviously use their sideboard. I think I like 3-ball against this deck. And I'm going to bring in 2 of Braids. I don't know if I'm supposed to bring in the 3rd one or not, but we can see. Let's see what's good against them and what's bad against them. Arbor Elves and Utopia Sprawls are probably worse against them if I can't get a moon down. So if we don't keep all of our moons, we probably shouldn't keep all of our Utopia Sprawls. The moons, I think, are going to be really, really big in this matchup. I think Chandra would be nice here. Storm Breath Giant, Inferno Titan's a great top end. I think that it's going to come down to Sprawls and Arbor Elves. So we're going to try and sit into a bit more of a control game, I think. We'll see how it goes. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. So I left the Ancient Grudge. I like it, but the Abrade also can hit target creatures. I got, only 4 creature interactions here, really. So Inferno Titan, I guess, counts a bit. I hate taking out the Utopia Sprawl and Arbor Elf package, but with their access to the Ghost Quarters, and it seems like some ability to recur them somewhat, I don't love it in this matchup as much as I would love a Blood Moon type of effect. I will go on the play here. Turn 1 Bop, I will keep that every single day of the week. With a double Stone Rain, let's see if they can bolt the bird in their mono blue deck. What do we have coming out of them? Lotus Bloom has been suspended. And Chromatic Sphere, very nice. I am going to Stomping Ground. I will pay 2 life. And I am going to Blood Moon. I'm going to just start hitting them with Stone Rains. Real clip. Ooh. I kind of like 3-ball here. I don't hate 3-ball. My deck plays pretty much above the 3 mana curve for the majority of it. So I love seeing a 3-ball come in. I hope this, I don't think that card's banned to my knowledge. So I hope it's not or something stupid like that. Okay, they're passing. They got their 3rd drop, so they're able to cast spells. Another Lotus Bloom. Boy, oh boy. I need to find some action. I need to find it quick. Or I'm kind of screwed here. Okay. Tireless Tracker starts putting pressure on. Let's see if I can sink into a Stone Rain game here or not. They got the blooms coming off, so Stone Rain might be kind of non-zero here. But look at this. I will attack with the bird to assert dominance. Gotta get in there. Gotta let them know it's coming for them. You gotta assert the dominance when you have the bird. Lotus Bloom comes off suspend. So that'll be kicking around in here. They got Mad Mana now. I need to find some Graveyard Hate. I'd love to find me some of that, but... Oh, wait. Can it not come off of? Because of 3... Oh, no. It still has 1 more, right? How's that work? You may cast it without paying its mana value? Oh. Oh, does 3-ball hit Lotus Bloom? That's nasty. If so, that's super, super nasty. All right. We'll drop in Tireless Tracker. And we'll put this in. And we'll pass turn. I will not assert dominance with the bird because I can use it to crack for a clue token. So the 3-ball's completely eaten up the Lotus Blooms, I think. I'm going to Stone Rain them here. I'm going to draw. Another Stomping Ground. I will investigate. I'm going to just start off with a Stone Rain on one of their islands, main phase here. Okay. GG's. put him under the clamps, and I guess I guess that worked a lot better than I thought. 3 ball showing up for me big time here. Didn't know that that would hit that. So that's a really, really cool interaction. Let me think here a bit more. Scoos is really nice. I like Relic against them. Inferno Titan's not bad. Is Molten Rain better, or do I just want more threats? I don't hate Kitchen Finks. Let's try it. Again, I got no clue what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to kind of get everything locked in and set up. They're kind of low on time. I don't think they're going to time out. I really hope they don't, in all honesty. This hand gets there, but it doesn't get there that fast. I'm going to mulligan. This doesn't get there that fast either, but it's got a little bit more interaction. I'm going to put Pia and Nolar on the bottom. Well, that's not getting blown up. Wooded Foothills and pass. If they have one of those cheeky buggers come down, I'll hit them with a fetch bolt. But because they have the sphere, they could drop one of them cheeky little buggers in. Pay 1 life. Go grab me a stomping ground. Do not pay the 2. Ooh. You don't say. I'm going to... I mean, I was just scared I was going to get hit. I was going to get hit with days or something. It's been... I have been watching a lot of Bosch and Roleplay Legacy and Vintage and stuff like that. So I got spooked for a moment. You know, if they want to do something to Relic here, they can do something. I'd rather spend some resources on that. I need another land here in the worst kind of way. So I can deal with something nasty, but I can't deal with everything. If they sphere here, I will just Relic end a turn. Thoughtcast. That card's not bad. What did they go down to? They started with 7. Okay. I think I'm going to force them to use their Conjurer's Bauble. They get to choose what they exile. I got a bolt for this thing, so I don't hate it. Hit them with a little Relic action. And that ETBs. If I don't find a land here, yeah, my goose is kind of cooked. I'm just going to bolt this thing down and hold up a pop of Relic. Missing land drops hurts bad. The first hand might have been better because it was a slower roll. I don't know how fast these games are going to go. Again, I don't even know the deck I'm playing against. So I really don't know how fast Disciple of the Vault can go. I'm going to make them exile a card. They could fade both of these back into their deck. But let's be honest, I don't know if they really want to do that or not. Okay, they'll get rid of the Thoughtcast. They drop another threat here. I can just hit it with an LB again. I'm okay to lose or to play through an LB. I wouldn't mind slamming a Blood Moon onto him here. It would be really cracked if I could find a 3-ball. In all honesty, I would need a 3rd mana, so I'd like another mana first so I could Blood Moon into a 3-ball and see what they think about it. Okay, Elsewhere Flask. That kind of shuts off my Blood Moon path, which is totally fine. I wouldn't mind a Courser here. Also wouldn't mind a Ghost Quarter. Make me go shuffle up. I know it gives me one less chance at a land, but I would personally like that. Because again, I just drew Lightning Bolt. And that ain't doing nothing for me, sadly. So that's a bummer. Keep on passing. This deck has 21 lands. That's how it was ran from the list that I imported. I don't know if that's correct. I feel like that's a little light, personally. Maybe the first hand was the correct hand. I'm really not sure. I'm kind of screwing out here for a while. Luckily, I have some interaction for their creatures. So they're giving me time to draw some lands, and there it is. I'm going to land here. I'm going to drop Courser. Hopefully, I'm able to stick something kind of nice here. All right, well, we definitely don't want Chandra. I might have forgot to relic them last time. I'm just going to hit it with them here. I honestly don't know if I remember to or forgot to. Never play with Relic of Progenitus either. A lot of cards that I've never got to play with. Bloodbraid Elf, Blood Moon, all sorts of stuff. Thoughtcast is put into exile. I don't hate that. Let's see, shrink this a little bit. I'll leave my library over here. Don't know where the best place to put it. I should probably leave the steps visible. But thinking about doing something at my end step. Okay. Everything becomes an island until end of turn. We got Whir. Okay. So they're going to go snatch up a Bloom. Okay, so they're going to start doing this craziness. That's fine. That's a great card to get around 3-ball, though. Whir of Invention. I'm a big fan of that. Hopefully there's a land under this Chandra, so I could just Bloodbraid Elf, hopefully cascade into something nice and crispy. A 3-ball would be crazy. I'm a big 3-ball fan. I would actually not mind a popping them. If I were to drop a Blood Moon and they pop a Ghost Quarter, I'd love to see that personally. Okay. One of these suckers. They got the loop. They're going to get some nice damage in here. Okay. Elsewhere Flask. Draw a card. Is this deck called like Demir Flask or, you know, Demir Disciple? I'm not sure. Sadly. If I'm not F6, I'm going to F6 now. Ain't nothing I can do. They are kind of burning their clock over there. So I don't want to play the time, but I'm going to play this one out for my opponent. A, because I want to learn my deck a bit more, but B, also, if they do get put in a point where the clock's a bit of an issue, I want them to kind of get a feel for it to see, like, you know, does the deck need a little bit more of this or a little bit more of that or something? So I want to allow them to play the time and whatnot. They can keep pinging me with their artifacts. Everything's probably going to become an island. They drew so much of their deck, which I think is really, really cool. That they get a lot of options here. They can Whir. I don't know if there's another good grab other than Lotus Bloom. Probably not. But there might be. They got 2 mana in the pool here for a Reshape. Huh. Wow. I've never seen that card before. What sick art on that card. So this is like a 2 mana Whir. Okay. And then they're going to bring everything back. So they got that big 6 mana one that's going to bring like everything back. So the Chromatic Star. They sack that. It's mana. No, it's mana negative actually. If they have the 4 mana one, I don't think it matters. Because there's that 4 mana rebuy they have where if everything's went into the graveyard this turn, it comes back. So we'll see if they have that. Fate's Reward. Okay, so all these come back. So let's see how much damage they have on board here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 points of damage on the field. Yeah, I'm going to make them keep playing it. If I can untap and bolt this thing, the world will look a lot different. Noxious Revival. Cheeky, cheeky. I like that. That's awesome. Did they use that? Targeting face reward? Well, that's sick. So we're putting that back in. So they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So awesome. Good games. Good games. Took the L. Excited and very happy to play this deck. So I appreciate everyone tuning in, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, cheers.